Okay, on to Lotta's new testimony. Actually, I'm not a research student at a university. I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of the monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake. But that's all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked right straight out the lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. When I saw a flash near one of the men's hands and I heard another gunshot, I was looking right at the boat the whole time, crossed my heart and hoped to fry. Why was there 2 gunshots, first of all? And wouldn't the camera have taken 2 pictures? Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. The witness's testimony is unchanged from before. Whether she is a research student or a photographer has no bearing on this case. There is no need to waste more of our time with another pointless cross-examination. I claim the defense's right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Von Karma's up to something. I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her, because... why? Was there a contradiction? Very well. You may begin the cross-examination. You seem sure of yourself. You must have something in your mind. Random phone ring in the background now. Very, very well. Ha, that would be a first. Haha, very funny. You understand that this is your last chance at cross-examination, Mr. Wright. If there is no problem with the testimony this time, we will let the witness leave. I will announce my verdict at that time, Mr. Wright. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. Okay, so this is definitely the last chance. I have to find something in her testimony that's wrong. Remembering her last testimony, which was just a couple minutes ago. Okay. So it's already explained. Yeah, I'm an investigative photographer. Visual scoop. Wait. Okay. So, if we go through this, so she was actually at the lake to find Gordy. Gordy appears with the loud noise, so says the article, and that's what she was basing her information on, which is why she had the camera facing the lake for a loud noise. Yeah. Okay, so there wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. So why were you looking at the boat if the loud sound, which could have been Gordy, appeared? I kind of... I'll press on this first. There wasn't much else to look at? Yep. I don't know. If she heard a bang, and she thought that Gordy was out there, I kind of doubt she'd waste any time looking at the boat, at a boat. What? What did I do now? What are you giving me that look for? Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence. Witness, continue. Hold your hush, puppies. Pops, I'm getting there. So it would be this is the only thing I have on Gordy, just this little article. So yeah, time for some evidence, as Phoenix Wright said. Miss Hart? Were you really looking at the boat? Well, what's with you? Of course I was looking at it. It was the only thing out there. Any normal person would be looking at it. I agree, any normal person would. But you are far from normal. Nice. Oh, what? Y'all want to step over here and say that? You were camping at the lake to take a picture of Gordy. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gordy, that's what. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought. Yes, that's That's what I thought. Order, continue, Mr. Wright. You testified that you were watching the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch that boat. You needed them to search for Gordy, and that's what you were doing. Well? Well, now that y'all mention it, I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gordy might be out there and all. Miss Hart, are you saying that you were not watching the boat then? Sorry, y'all. I wasn't fibbing, really. I was just... I thought, you know, I could be the witness to a murder and all. I kinda got excited. I was sure I was watching that boat, till now. This is totally uncalled for. But hey. You got the photograph, you got the you got proof. Still, we can't see who's shooting who in this. Right. That's why I took the this photo and... Witness, that's enough. You've had a long day. Shut your pie hole. Shut my what? What was she going to say? She took the photo and what? Wait a second. Did she... She even had a photograph to prove it. But you really can't tell who, from the photo who is shooting. That's why she said she's going to enlarge that photo. She said it'll drop quality and might, but should tell us who's who. Let us see who's who. She enlarged that photo. Well, Von Karma will let her show it. I've got a hunch. I bet that the enlarged photo shows something bad for Von Karma. This is my chance. If I'm wrong, though, they'll be in prison for Edgeworth, or worse. I don't know why I keep sneezing today, but, very well. Anyway, what should I do? Well, yeah, make her show the enlargement. Von Karma's definitely trying to hide this. I mean, I've been on the edge for a while now. There's no changing now. I gotta go all in. Miss Hart, look at this photograph. You enlarged this photo, did you not? Yeah, I did. Why has that enlargement not been presented to the court? Because it does not exist. No, she enlarged it for sure. What are y'all talking about? You were the one who told me not to show it in court in the first place, you old fool. What's the meaning of this, Mr. Von Karma? Miss Hart? Show the photo to the court. Show us the enlargement. The prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence. Objection denied. The witness will show the enlargement to the court. Here it is. We still cannot see who is firing. Who is firing in this? I'm looking at this for a minute. It does look like a gunshot to the heart, but it could be the defendant, or maybe it's not. Regardless, I'll accept this as evidence. Lake photo added to the court record. Happy now, Mr. Wright? There has to be something. You asked for the enlargement, and you got the enlargement. A little good it has done any of us. That's why I requested she not show it. I suppose this means that the cross-examination is over. Obviously. Then I would like to close this cross-examination of Miss Lotta Hart. And none too soon. That was a flagrant waste of my time. Mr. Von Karma, do you have anything to add? I stated everything I needed to when this trial began. Decisive evidence, a decisive witness, and what else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. Then I believe it is time for me to declare my verdict. Wait, It's not supposed to go like this. There has to be a clue in this photo somewhere. This is bad. Real bad. What should I do? Oh boy. Huh. Okay, okay. So, I need to go through this evidence first. Well, let's look at this photograph. Okay, so there's the shot, and he's shooting from... Okay, so the murderer shoots with left hand. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There's prints from Edgeworth. There's prints from Edgeworth's right hand. Okay, so the murder was from the left hand. But this only has Edgeworth's right hand. Like, they specifically stated that it was the right hand that had been on the pistol from Edgeworth. Which means that it just means that either he didn't have the gun, and it wasn't him in the picture, or the fingerprints are wrong, because that's definitely the left hand. I'm like standing to the side note, left hand, yeah, left hand. So show other evidence? No, it's something about the enlargement that's wrong, so object to the enlargement? Yeah, the enlargement has, fault in it, so, Your Honor. There's something decidedly strange with this enlargement. Well, what might that be? Mr. Wright, you will show the court what you mean. What about this photo is strange? Okay, here goes nothing. I'll show the judge what's strange about this photo. Okay, first of all, the left-hand gun presents. Here, Your Honor. The shooter? I'm not sure I understand. What about the shooter is strange? Look at the hand holding the pistol, Your Honor. The hand? That hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence. This man's left hand does what? Let me show you. I'll show you the evidence that the left hand contradicts. And it's the gun. With the fingerprints on it. The evidence is clear. The man in this photograph is holding that pistol in his left hand. However, the prints on the murder weapon were found from Edgeworth's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting the pistol in this photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth. Now that everyone in the courtroom has quieted down, I would like to reconvene this court of law. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You have given us definitive proof today. We now know that it was not Mr. Edgeworth who fired the pistol that night. However, this leaves us with one rather large problem. If Mr. Edgeworth didn't do it, then who shot our victim? Precisely. As we have seen, there were no other people on the lake that night. Who but the defendant could have shot the victim? So Edgeworth thought it was a suicide. Larry. I almost want to say Larry, but it was definitely the victim himself. Huh. I could have been Miss Hart, and it couldn't have been Larry. I really doubt it was Larry, so the victim. There's only one explanation remaining. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself. Order. So, you are saying that the victim committed suicide? Yes, Your Honor. I can think of no other explanation. Indeed, that does seem to be the only remaining option. I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright, but suicide is out of the question. What? The examination of the victim's wound reveals that the distance at which he was shot... The distance? The victim was clearly shot from further than a meter away. A meter? That's 3 feet. Oh boy. There is no way it could have been a suicide. Order, order. Mr. Von Karma, are you sure of the accuracy of your data? Of course, I had already considered the possibility of suicide, you see. Autopsy report updated in the court record. I see. Very well, allow me to state my opinion. Concerning the situation, the shooter had to be the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, the prints on the gun reveal that the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum. Therefore, I would like to suspend the proceedings for this trial for the day. The court orders the defense and the prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. Whew, that was a hard trial. Wow. That is all. The court is adjourned. No objections, please? Okay. Whew. That was rough. Especially with me sneezing every 5 seconds. December 26th, 1:15, District Court, Defendant's Lobby number 2. Ooh, that was a close one. Hey, don't you have anything to say? No, I have yet to be declared innocent, right? Well, yeah, but... what happened out there on the lake, anyway? If he didn't commit suicide, then who? The shooter was about a meter away, too. What? Don't give me that look. I did not kill her. I was just kidding around. Huh. Look, I'm going to go check on Maya. Oh, right? What? Tell her something for me. What? Tell her not to, tell her to watch what she says in court. That's all. Yeah, I'm sure she'll be happy to hear you say that, Edgeworth. Baka. I requisitioned a transcript of Lada's entire testimony. I thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Of course, she didn't see the shooter, so the only part of her testimony that stood was the bang she heard. Lada's disposition added to the court record. To be continued. Oh man, that was a really rough one. I'm happy I made it through by the skin of my teeth. Save play stage that up to this point, yes.